I guess we'll start with the desk area. This is obviously where I usually do my work. We've got your cat calendar, that's my cat. This phone stand which has like a random company on it, which I just taped over with washi tape. This little pot which has carrying cream and lip balm in it. And then we've got this lamp. I wanted to put a little something on this. This is from Hong Kong, I believe. And then down here we've got Boro from the Studio Ghibli Museum in Tokyo. We've got little Totoro as well, sits there. As you may be able to tell, I do like some trinkets. But yeah, we've got all the little cute guys. We've got a little Kirby over here. We got the Sprout Bunny that I made, Cinnamoroll, Cherry Hedgehog. This little guy, first off, you might notice that the paint looks really weird because I had to paint it myself because his shoes were wrong and it was really annoying me. Also, he is put on there with blue tack because he doesn't stand up on his own. The ultimate life form, or like the ultimate bitch. Anyway, up here we've got little amethyst from a friend, this little octopus guy. This is a bunch of glass and like sea glass and shells I've collected from the beach here, and I've kind of just displayed it in a way that it almost looks like this little guy is like, this is his little collection of sea glass and stuff. Bit of dragon guy, this was from little gacha machine. Got some tree spirits. So obviously kind of like blind boxes and stuff have become really big. I like collecting the more weird niche ones. So this is Monday Bruce. When me and my family went to Hong Kong in the summer, me and my sister were just fascinated by these little Monday Bruce guys. So I've got two of them, so this is one of them. Got some more random rocks and glass I've collected from these, like all of these bottles I've collected by a river and park because they just had a bunch of washed up bottles. Why is one of my plastic spiders is sitting here? I don't know why. Let's put you back with your friends. I think my friend flicked that over there. Anyway, moving over to this side, we've got another bottle I collected from that river. This random piece of, I believe it's obsidian, which I got from like an art exhibition somewhere. Some dried flowers, because obviously they're a lot easier to upkeep than real flowers. We've got this little frog guy, and I think it's pretty cool. This lucky cat, which I think was my granddad's. This little guy, little stag beetle, which I made, the Meta Knight. I love these little like Kirby like swing blind boxes. Then we got this little shark, another Monday Bruce. This is the reason why I don't have real plants in my house, because this is the only real plant that I've got. And I mean, it's still alive, but it's looking a bit worse for wear. The plant pot I painted, it was one of the like freshers events. Painted a plant pot, sat with some random physics people who I never talked to again. But we did have a very interesting conversation about the Titan submersible, so there you go. And then this little dish is actually just a paper cut, which I cut the bottom off. And then moving on to this area, random assortment of pens, and then also a bunch of random stationery stuff here as well. We've got this little mini desk table, I guess. It's a Cinnamoroll one. There he is. This is also where I usually will balance my phone if I'm recording videos. We've got this little pineapple bun, like post-it note holder. This was from my cousin, also from Hong Kong. Then we've got a fidget cube. This is a pencil sharpener. And this little guy. Underneath, I've got charger. This is a little like pen pot thing. And then this is my glasses. Yep, more stationery. So just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. There's a washi tape in here. More like post-it notes and stuff in here. I've got a little stand for my planner, laptop stand with laptop. So I think the standout is definitely this massive window. I do not have a window like this back home. Obviously you can see that I've tied back the curtains just with rubber bands because I don't really have space to close the curtains if I want to, but I mean my view is just of this, so just got trees. If we move to the left, I've got essentially a little like vanity. This desk is so big that it would make sense for it just to be a desk thing on its own. So I kind of like separated it into 3 sections, and this is section number 2. Yeah, so that's all that. We've got coasters, which I don't think are supposed to be coasters. They're just bits of like wood craft decoration things that I got at a craft store, which I use as coasters. This has a bunch of like random pins and stuff. This is miscellaneous crap, little like books and stuff. Calculator, camera. This is a bunch of plastic spiders that my friend gave me on Halloween for no reason, so they just sit here. These 2 glow in the dark though, so that's pretty cool. This is essentially my little vanity area. This is a bunch of like belt chains and like other miscellaneous stuff, which is kind of like too big to store where I usually store like jewelry and stuff. Sunglasses. We've got this mirror here with just a bunch of miscellaneous crap, a lot of safety pins, very useful. I actually made this, and then we've got a little Kirby here as well. Moving to this side, we've got kind of like miscellaneous products and stuff. This is where I keep the makeup I use the most, as well as some perfume stuff. And then we've got sun cream, setting spray, and this is kind of like my most used jewelry. We've got a little Kirby here as well, who holds just some of my rings and stuff. And then we've also got this little guy. My friend found him just on the floor outside the accommodation, and so he gave it to me, and this is now my friend. I don't know where to put him just yet. I want to put him on a bag, but I don't know which one yet, so for the time being he just sits here next to Kirby. And then moving up this way, we've got some necklaces. This little guy which my mum got for me, this is a card from my grandma. This like pin board, I like feel like I could use a lot, but I just don't, so it's pretty barren honestly. But if you look at it from like here, it looks cute. I've also got some shelves down here, so we've got makeup in here, more like stationery, paper and stuff, and this has kind of like socks and stuff down here. And now we go from this side to this part of the desk over here. This is a printer which I haven't actually gone to work. Another lamp, this little slug guy, pretty cool. Over here we've got, this is kind of like a little recreational area. We've got my Switch. This is like a bunch of random like cords and headphones and stuff. My 3DS with a bunch of little stickers on it. We've got this jellyfish which my friend made for me, which I just hung up with little anchors which I can take off quite easily when I move out. So this is this little area, and then obviously up here we've got not the most aesthetic shelves, but here we go. So this is mostly just random like books and paper stuff. This is miscellaneous crap, food. Up here is actually cat treats, because there was a cat that was outside our accommodation and I wanted to give it some little food, and then iron, and then random like paper storage. And then if we move over to the side, I've actually put just some random like pictures of stuff that I like. If I'm gonna cover the walls, I might as well cover it with things that I'm interested in. So yeah, I've got some Animal Crossing, Sonic, Kirby, just a random assortment of things that I like. There's Vaporeon, which is very unfortunate right now, given the discussions around Vaporeon, but I can't help the fact that he's my favourite. He's a little lizard cat. If we move next to the shelf, we've got this little wall and my bed. We've got this little guy, he's pretty chill, and my Blahaj called Bruce. We've also got important weighted blanket with little like sensory things. Very nice for me. Don't know how I didn't get diagnosed sooner, but let's ignore that. So up here we've got some little ivy, which is also fairy lights, and then we've got these shelves up here. Up here we've got, this is a bunch of like sewing stuff. This also is a bunch of miscellaneous craft things, random tape measure, very odd assortment of books, and then we've got this little guy. It's one of my childhood toys, he comes with me. an equally random assortment of DVDs. Most of these is just stuff that I've picked up from charity shops of films that I like and wanted to keep a hold of, but then we also got some classics like Over the Garden Wall and Perfect Blue and Song of the Sea. If you haven't seen this film, you need to, it's one of my favourites. Laptop DVD player, some random Switch games, got Mario Kart, Overcooked, Grace Attorney, love this game. And then some random DS games as well. As you saw, I've got my 3DS with me, so we've got Censored, Rhythm Heaven, Sonic Colors and Sonic Rush. This is like a little screwdriver thing, which is very useful for my lights, little air freshener. Up here is significantly less aesthetic. I will at one point get better storage boxes. For the time being, this is more miscellaneous craft stuff, and I think in here is like hair dyeing stuff as well. Over here we've got miscellaneous fabric. I bought tulle for my Halloween costume last year and I didn't know what to do with it because I bought way too much, so for the time being it just sits up here. So attach these lights around the bottom of these shelves just so I have just something a little fun, especially because this corner can just get a bit dark, and obviously this is where I sit most of the time. This room is actually very useful because we've got a little light switch right next to me, so it's just easier so I can turn off the lights right next to my bed. Underneath the bed I've also got this little drawer which has my bedding and my pajamas in. Next to that we've got this wall and my bedside table. Don't look at that. Just gonna move you out the way. You didn't see that. Obviously there aren't very many ways that you can like kind of like separate the different areas in one room, so I've done it very amateurishly with this little rug. Obviously this is covering literally nothing, but it does give a little bit of sense of separation between my like work and desk behind me and relaxation area. Yes, it's another Cinema rug. Believe it or not, Cinema is not my favourite Sanrio character, it's ᴠᴏʟᴜᴍᴇ, but I've just got an abundance of him apparently. So yeah, here we've got a little bedside table, water bottle. This is a sunlight lamp, very useful for especially the winter when it's not light when you get up and everything feels horrible. Desk fan, this is air freshener, and then got lip mask. This is the controller for the LED lights I put up, and then this is just my vitamins that I take. And then up here we've got this massive Sonic IDW poster. My flatmate got this for me for our flat Secret Santa, and clearly they know me quite well. This is where it sits, prime place right up here. I haven't actually finished the IDW comics because the Metal Virus saga actually gave me a nightmare, so I was a bit too stressed out by it, but I will finish it at one point because it was really enjoyable when I was reading it. And then over here we've got still plug extensions. And then opposite my bed next to the window I've got just a plain wall which I've decided to decorate with some stuff. I've also down here got this little table which I just use as like kind of like an out tray, but I also keep my wallet, very squishy, and then my keys as well. Gonzo's looking a bit worn, isn't he? Oh dear. But yeah, up here we got a few things. This is a print from Transmonstera, I think. These were two prints I got off Etsy. Random thing of Pinterest. Silver the Hedgehog, my favourite. Got some Kirby, Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist. We've got this and this from Sam Max the Devil's Playhouse is one of my favourite games. And look, I mean, this is just the sketch of the cover and it's so good. And then we've got these two prints from the same person. This is Ace Attorney, this is obviously Bert and Ernie. And then here we've got two little prints from Hong Kong. Yeah, right down next to it I've got this table, bags underneath, this suitcase because I'm actually going home tomorrow. And then down here we've got a shoe rack. This is actually very useful. Get a shoe rack. Then this way we've got wardrobe. It's not very interesting in here, it's a bit messy. What I will recommend getting these anchors to hang up belts and stuff, but yeah, the inside isn't the most interesting. Although I do have this little Sonic bag, so hello sir. And here next to the front door is the bathroom. This is the bathroom. I'm going to be talking slightly louder in here because of this extraction fan. And you may be thinking, why don't you just turn it off? I can't, it's automatic. This little pulley does nothing. So that's just going to be in the background for this whole time. Towels, and then this way is the sink, and then some cupboards underneath. We've got a little hand towel. I've got my skincare stuff. This is out right now because I went to the beach with my friends a few days ago and I got a bit overconfident, so I'm a little bit crispy. And then here is the shower. It's not much to look at, but at least I've got my own shower. I hate this shower curtain because it's of that like really gross plastic, and for some reason anytime I get in the shower it wants to be as close to my body as possible, so it just sticks to me and I hate it. Up here we've got this little hamper which I got from IKEA, and then this just keeps my shower stuff. See, and the fun thing about this extractor fan is that it takes like 10 minutes to turn off, so that's just going to be in the background for the rest of this now. And now for what you don't usually see. Underneath here is just a bunch of miscellaneous crap. This is boxes from moving in, which I didn't have any other space to put. Yoga mat, a box of instant noodles. But yeah, this is the stuff that I try and keep hidden. I mean, that is essentially it. I think to most people, at least most people I know, this doesn't seem like loads of space, but this is actually bigger than my room back home. But yeah, this is the room. There's not much to show, honestly, that's it. Hopefully this is somewhat useful because I never really found a lot of space that kind of showed what it looks like being in a uni dorm. So hopefully this is actually useful to get a concept of like how much space you will have. I get to go home tomorrow, which means I get to see my cats. So life is good. But aside from that, that is the end.